We purchased this Vistaquest VQ1005 at Walmart for a mere $19.99. The camera really stands out with some very unique and interesting features. But first, let's look at some of the basic features. It has a 1.3 megapixel CMOS imager, which is unusual for this price range. It has an 8 megabytes of SD RAM, which, like other cameras, means the pictures will be lost if the battery runs down. It has no flash and no tripod mount, making the webcam feature somewhat unusable and indoor pictures very difficult. It is the smallest camera we've reviewed so far. You'll notice how the camera slides open, which is nice because it protects the lens. I did have to read the manual to figure out how to insert the battery. However, as you can see, it's quite simple. One of the nice features of this camera is that it supports an SD card. This way you can store a lot more and you don't have to worry about losing your pictures if the battery goes dead. Once you insert your SD card, the camera displays a card icon on the screen and then completely ignores the internal memory. The camera actually does not have an infinite focus, but it has two adjustable settings. However, neither of these settings seem to focus on a distant object for us. Another excellent feature of this camera is that it supports the USB mass storage driver. So when you plug in the USB cable, you'll notice a new drive in your Explorer, just like a professional camera would. You can then browse, view, and copy your files. However, if you want to use it as a webcam, you can hold down the shutter button as you insert the USB cable, and this will cause Windows to recognize it as a webcam. And this is what the webcam looks like. It's not too bad. Of course, since there's no tripod, I have to hold it out in front of my face. To access the different resolutions and modes of the camera, such as video clips or formatting an SD card, just keep pressing the mode button until the icon shows the mode you need. Then press the shutter button to activate. The manual for this camera is very descriptive and you won't have any trouble figuring out what the modes are. Now, let's look at some pictures taken with the camera. You'll see these pictures were taken outdoors. They look above average quality for a camera in this price range. If you log onto our website, you can see these images in their full 1.3 megapixel resolution. So how does the indoor usage stand up? This is the camera's weakest point. The indoor pictures often come out as a total blur unless you hold the camera extremely still and have lots of light, which without a tripod or a flash is very difficult to do. If you do manage to hold it still, you can sometimes get pictures that are acceptable. So, how is the movie mode? Here are a couple of video clips we took outdoors. They are definitely above average for the price range, both in image quality and frame rate. Of course, there is no audio as the camera has no microphone. So, how does this camera score on each of the categories? Keep in mind the scoring is based on the $19.99 price tag of the product. With the image quality, I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5. It would have given it a 5 except for the horrible indoor quality. For the category of innovative features, I give it a 4 out of 5. It scored well for the SD card and the USB mass storage driver, but I didn't give it a 5 because it lacks a tripod mount and a flash. For the movie mode, I give it a 5. I've just never seen a movie clip mode this good on a camera at this price. For the webcam, I give it a 3. It actually does very well as a webcam and probably outperforms some webcams that cost more than this unit. Unfortunately, with no stand or tripod mount, it's difficult to use as a webcam. All in all, this is a neat little toy. It makes a great camera to take with you to the amusement park or some other place you don't want to risk damaging your expensive camera. It would probably make a good camera for a child, and if nothing else, it can be an SD card reader.